In this section, I will be presenting the design modifications that we have applied to our power grid simulation. The first design modification is a um, privacy layer that separates customer data to be accessible from non-authorized users like employee. Um, the way to access this feature is through this panel that presents how the simulation is being presented as. Uh, the default profile is employee, and this is the least privileged profile. So if we go run an usage of a customer and hit refresh, we see that the system report does not show the customer sensitive data, power usage, and amount due. However, if we change the profile to admin or billing, let's go to admin now. Let's see refresh. Now the panel presents the customer gain, power usage, and amount due. If we go back to employee and hit refresh, then the sensitive data of the customer is not shown on the system report. Additionally, there is a way to see the customer sensitive data as the customer itself. So this is this feature is accessed through this um, option here, and once you click here, the customer power usage and amount due is presented. The viewing as the profile that was presented before is superseded by the customer, and you can go back to the previous profile hitting clear. Once you hit clear, again the customer data is not shown because the profile is viewing the power grid simulation as an employee. The second design modification is a feature that allows low power usage customers to share their excess power with high power usage customers. The way to access this feature is to um, come down here to the grid structure and clicking on the enabling monitor. Next to the enabling monitor, you can see that the current average percentage rule is 15%. You can also change this percentage here in the share rule. For now, let's use this 15%. Now let's come down here to the record production and let's uh, record first the low power usage customer. Let's record usage. Now let's put high power usage numbers for this second customer. Let's
Let's
record
record
that
that
usage.
usage.
Let's run a billing cycle. And now we can see that the low power usage customer sold $6 worth of power to the high power customer usage customer. Um, the way that the calculation works is by adding the average is by having the average of the two, which is 200 plus 600 divided by 2, which should be 400. That's the average. Now we can get the unused capacity by subtracting the 200 that the low power usage is using from the 400. That gives us 200. Now, the amount that can be shared between the two customers is the um, sharing rule, which is 15% times 200, and that gives us a trade value of 30. Now, you can multiply this by the residential rate, which is 20 cents, and that should give you $6. And that's how the calculation is done to present the value worth here next to each customer. And with that concludes the second design modification.